Hello everyone, welcome to our analysis of the Jurassic Rebirth trailer. First off, I'd like to say it was a good trailer. I know some people don't like certain things, we'll get to in a bit. But that brings me to my first point. Is this the 1993 T-Rex? As we can see here, it's in the centre. And that's its head over there, if you couldn't tell. I think in the back you can see them riding a dinosaur there, which I'm assuming is a reference to Dinotopia, if you've heard of that. Personally, I don't think this is the 93 Rex, let's be honest. Even if it is dead, it's probably rotting in the Biosyn Valley right now. And if not, it's out there nearly dead, because it's, 40s? Nearly its 40s right now. So it's ancient or it's rotting in the valley somewhere. And you know, T-Rexes are cannibals, so the buck and doe probably had a wee feast, if that was the case. Anyway, Universal would probably want to keep that T-Rex alive for another movie. Move on to the next bit. The island. Ooh, spooky. So here we are at the island. King Kong vibes straight away. I love all the tropical rocks and that here, we can see. Obviously not all the crew's going to be making it back from this trip. This doesn't look like where the mosasaur and that attacks, if you've seen it. I'm assuming this is the rescue team. They're going to the island, which I think that's it there. So it looks big here. We'll see in another shot in a wee bit. But yeah, really like it. Here we are, another area. So as you can see, nothing to really spot here in terms of animals, at least that I've seen. I really like the location, but it looks really small for the island, so I don't know how it could support, like, let's say 100 at least dinosaurs. I'm assuming it's more than 100, since this is where all the failures went. Get into some of those in a minute. Right, next. So here we are, we see a lot of abandoned infrastructure. These are obviously pipelines. I think it will be like geothermal power, not too sure. Obviously this is a mining area. I wrote down DNA maybe they're getting here. Amber, big caves or labs, which we'll see in a wee bit. I really like the 10,000 volts, identical to the one from Jurassic Park, because you know, it'll be the same. And we move on to our first dinosaur, the Titanosaurus. I personally love it. It's a really good design. Lots of people don't really like the face of it. I didn't really get a good shot of it here, but you should have a look at some skulls of sauropods. They're really weird looking. I love their big whip-like tails. It would be cool to see them use them. Also, this one's just getting up here. And here's Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson in the grass. This is really tall grass, by the way. Yeah, Peter Jackson, King Kong vibes already. Like, really love the big mountains they've got. Next, we move on to the Quets. I know some people won't like the Quets. Personally, I don't actually mind it. I like how it's like meant to be the InGen variant. Obviously, the Biosyn one is meant to be the canonical look of it. Though, you could always pretend this is like Thanatos Draken or something, or Hatzidopteryx. I like how this is InGen variant, basically. So it's obviously not perfect. It's not meant to look good anyways, obviously. The freaks. Doesn't make sense. They were looking into it. Maybe they didn't make any more as Dark Goods after this, because it was such a failure. And they just stuck to Pteranodon and Dimorphodon. I have a feeling this guy might die here. Though, I feel like it wouldn't be as good of a death. Like wasting someone. I feel like I'd say a raptor or something. Which is to our next area. A deformed fetus, or possibly the mutant, we'll be talking about later. I can't make anything out from this. This is a tail, obviously, we got a wee leg. This looks like it has human teeth here, by the way. Am I just being crazy? See, there's a wee white bit there, wee bit there. It looks like human teeth, like incisors, which is a bit freaky. I hope it's not. Looks kind of like a snake as well. It does look like a xenomorph with human teeth. Someone's got to have seen that, and if not, I'm the first to discover it. So tell everyone it was Jurassic Crisis that found it. I must mention I'm probably going to change that now. But also, a lot of people are saying this doesn't look very InGen-y to me. Well, to them. I've got to agree, a lot of it looks pretty, well, not the 80s or the 90s at least. Next area, the two-headed tiger raptor. Or it's the female from Jurassic Park 3. I'm leaning towards a tiger, no, probably tiger raptor. But here you can see the second head. It looks very dead. The other problem with this is, let's say this is 40 years old, this exact one. How isn't it rotting? Or like all shrunk up or bloated? Whatever really happens. Because it looks actually fine. Like there's no growths or anything on it. It's talking about the rotten, but yeah, the tube it's in as well. It looks very modern. Very unlike the 93 or the 80s, should I say. And the one InGen used was blue substance to keep their animal fetuses preserved. Also, another bit I'd like to point out, this is another photo, by the way. Raptor talons. I don't know what species that is, I'm assuming Velociraptor, but I don't remember in Jurassic Park them having this little back claw. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that reminds me more of a Trociraptor, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Which I might have just reused the model for some bits of the Trociraptor for this. But it's very cool, very iconic scene, obviously. Reminds me of the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park. We'll move on to the next bit. Possibly my favourite dinosaur in this trailer. A new fattened up Rex. I mean, if you have a look at, first off, I really love all the scales on it. So someone said it looked like iguana scales, like here, I'm pretty sure. But I really love it. It's got some lips on it. I love the amount of detail put into its mouth. Looks like it's been slumbering for a wee bit, which we'll get to in a wee sec. I do love the stripes on it. You can just hear the sheer bulk on it. Also, I'd like to point out it has a scar here. I can't think of an animal that would cause that. Maybe a bite, but it might be like, I don't know, a tag or something they put on them. I don't honestly know. It looks like a 7 actually. Maybe they cut a 7 into its leg to test. I don't know. Yeah, here's on to another exciting bit. The novel river raft scene. I was honestly like so excited when I heard this was coming. I really love this. Like, first off, this kid's gonna die. Realistically, in real life, he'd be really dead now. But you know, kids have plot armor in these movies, which is fair enough. So, obviously, the scene I'm assuming starts with this. Here's the daughter character in it. And here is the Dominion Dilophosaurus for some reason. I think it's the Dominion Dilophosaurus. I mean, when I first saw this, I thought it was a burnt pizza around the dinosaur's head. Here's also a boat I noticed here. And if you look carefully in the back, you can see a Rex sleeping in the back. So I'm assuming Dio's going to wake up. She's going to have to run in the water. Dio runs away because it's a wee freak. And this happens. Of the sheer bulk on the Rex here, You can really see just the sheer amount of force in its bite. I love the bobble, not the bobbles, the bubbles that was coming out of its mouth. It was really cool. Here we see it here. That's like skipped. Let me go back. Ignore that. But yeah, it looks like this guy's going right into its mouth. I do really love the little stripes on the snout. This bit here is bit, I don't know why, but the buck Rex had more of a rectangular bottom jaw, I feel. And I really love it. It's got a little dewlap as well, which I noticed. Then you see its big foot. I love the scales they put on the feet in this. Very ostrich-like. No, sorry. It's there. Now we'll move on to the next bit. The mutant. What the hell is this thing? Because, first thing I thought of when I saw it here, I thought it was I forgot to remove that bit. My bad. Just ignore the bottom picture. But as you can see here is... Oh no. I forgot his name. Mahershala Ali. I think that's his name. Sorry if I got it wrong. But here he is. Right in front of this Rancor looking thing. Now, a lot of people have said they don't like the design. Doesn't suit Jurassic Park. Looks something like Godzilla or that. I see where they're all coming from, but personally, I really like it. I think it fits into Jurassic Park really well in terms of mutants and genetics and all that. Because obviously the movies aren't about dinosaurs, it's about genetic power, really. The main focus of the first movie was. So, yeah. I can't tell what it's meant to be made of. I'm assuming it's a mutant T-Rex. But it looks like a hybrid to me. This big bulbous bit on its head looks like a cetacean, like a beluga whale. So I'm assuming it can echolocate. Don't know what huge arms are for. I'm assuming that used to be its legs. Only problem with that is it can knuckle walk. So I'm assuming it might have some similar... Not similar. I'm assuming it has some DNA. Like the majority of it's T-Rex, but it's got like cetacean DNA or primate DNA, something in it. Because, I don't know, it wouldn't naturally know how to knuckle walk. Echolocation, it can happen. I mean, animals that go blind obviously get their senses heightened. But yeah, next scene. I have no idea who this is. I thought it was the dad at first in the movie. Though I think it's a flashback. Or a betrayal, obviously. Just because it looks so clean here. Maybe that bit's a bit dirty and that, but the rest of it just looks really clear. I'm assuming this isn't gas or something that's trying to kill it. I'm assuming these are the emergency lights making the steamer mist go all red. Now, I've been thinking on why they have hazmat suits. Part of me is thinking this creature passes a disease because it has primate DNA. Only reason I'm really thinking primate DNA. Knuckles, and it has slender arms like a human or a chimpanzee. So I'm assuming because it has primate DNA or mammal DNA, it can pass on to them. The only thing I'd change is maybe give it a bit of a longer face and more theropod-y, if it's based off a T-Rex, of course. I also think this is a flashback because it's really small here. Because the next picture, I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure I show, you can see the sheer size of this thing. But yeah, I really love how Gareth Edwards always puts someone banging on the door and there's red lighting. Rogue One, Godzilla 2014, The Creator, and now this. Here's what I meant by scale. This thing's hand is the size of a person. I mean, come on. This thing might be the biggest carnivore in the Jurassic franchise. No. I wouldn't stretch up. The Indominus Rex fully grown might be bigger. But yeah, this has obviously took place at a dock. I think there might be a possible fight with the Spinosaur, according to leaks. Oh, I wouldn't really trust leaks. But yeah, I could totally see the Spino coming out, throwing hands with it, winning, hopefully. Another thing I didn't actually delve into, I hope they portray more sympathy for this animal than like treating it as a monster, because it didn't ask to look like that. It's a mutant. It's in pain every day, I'm assuming, agonizing pain. Another thing I'd like to point out, it has like herbivorous toes, like in terms of claw size, or at least from what we can see from the arm covering it here. Here's the DNA packet, by the way, package. I'm assuming they've got all the DNA now. But yeah, look how high up they have to look at its face. I'm assuming this area might be what its face is. Still makes it massive. But yeah, I really hope they do justice for this to make people like it more. Now let's move on to the cooler stuff. A symbiotic my bad. The Mosasaurus, first off, looks awesome. I really love it. Its design compared to Jurassic World one, which, let's be honest, was a giant crocodile with flippers. I like how they added an extra row of teeth, like the real animal. Of obviously the black and the white there of its teeth. I've said that already. Here's the Mosasaur coming up to crash down on the boat. I don't know how they survived this. Another thing I've noted is like some scars on it here. I don't know what it would have gotten that from, because if it's in a symbiotic relationship with the Spinos, theoretically nothing else could give it this. And about the Spinos, look what they done to my boy. What has happened? They gave it a bison neck. Sorry. There's nothing in that brain. I mean, the skull shape, I'm pretty sure is pretty accurate, but I don't like how it's shrink wrapped and you can see where the teeth go in. And obviously, look, you can see like the teeth are all grown out. Obviously, it's meant to be a mutant, but I mean, you could at least make it look nice, color wise, because the sail on that before looked really cool. Another thing I like, they made this claw really big, which is awesome. I don't know how she survives plot armor again, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure this is the rescue team. I couldn't tell you. I do like all the individual scales of it, obviously. But it's not as good as the JP3 Spinal. But I do respect they did try to make a new one, because that was already pretty hard to beat that one. Yeah, here's another bit. You can see its crest here. No crest. Cover me. I don't think they're gonna survive this. Like, look how close the Spinal is. I think they're dead here. But you never know. Cool beans. Then we move on to this. Jonathan Bailey, the guy. See, the Spinal looks really good here. Someone said possibly the three Spinals are like different in shape. I really hope it's true. Like one's really fat, obviously. One's like JP3 Spinal looking, and the third one's like really accurate. But I think they're all gonna be thick boys. Here's a Mosa again. This one has a chip in its sail, which I found very interesting. Don't know what would have caused that. Probably another Spino. Because if a Rex got that close to it, let's be honest, the Spino would be dead. Not saying I'm a Rex fan, like in terms of the Rex v Spino, but you'd think if it got a bite there, it would literally just rip the entire thing off there. That's probably my favourite sail there. It's like black lines up and orange. That was nice. Don't mind that one. Look how big the nose is, by the way. Is that us? I think that's us, folks. But yeah, I think they're gonna do really good with this movie. Gareth Edwards is a very reliable director. David Koepp's working on it, so he's probably gonna make it awesome. Frank Marshall's also helping with it. I forgot what he's doing. Is he an executive producer maybe? I can't remember. But yeah, I really loved the trailer. So I wish they showed less than they did. The mutant didn't need to be shown. I think that in itself ruined a bit of the movie for me. Because, I mean, I want to be surprised when I see it. I don't want to already know what it looks like. But, yeah, apart from that, most of the designs look really good. I'm really excited to see how this sort of ecosystem works, if they show that at all. Because so far the carnivores outnumber the herbivores 1-5, or 5-1, should I say. I hope they don't leave the herbivores out. I'd love to see Trike again. I'm assuming all the ones that appear in 93, the Jurassic Park movie, will be in it, even if it's a little scene. Maybe not Brachiosaur because it's similar to Titanosaur, which is fair enough. If there's any other species I'd love to see, it obviously would have been Mape. If I don't see the Madden Mape. But yeah, apart from that, that kind of wraps up the trailer analysis. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Jurassic or Rebirth content. And apart from that, see you all next time. Bye bye.